Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece episode 846. And I'm not going to lie, this is probably definitely going to be definitely a bit of a shorter view, or shorter view, definitely compared to the other ones because yeah, this was definitely one of those episodes where it was mainly focused on again on the characters trying to get back to Sunny, which I'm assuming, but I'm assuming by next episode that they finally are going to be back to the Sunny. But yeah, it's one of those things where you can really kind of see the whole where you can really see the whole padding out that's been going on. But again, I know I keep repeating myself on this, but I'm going to continue to say it. It's like again, it's one of those things where or the I think the padding is kind of as small as it is. Part of me believes that the padding is kind of helping in making these episodes at least that touch more entertaining because the pretty much because like I said in the like I said in the like I said before, the manga was pretty much kind of in terms of it going weekly, in terms of this content going on a weekly basis, it was kind of slow too. So yeah. Now let's now getting into the episode itself. The episode starts off with Jinbei explaining what Big Mom's hunger pangs are, and you want to know, and just from him explaining as to how her hunger pangs work. Something I just realized after that is that I never considered in the manga. The whole thing with Big Mom going insane and chasing after the Straw Hats, pretty much from here and long after they end up getting back to the Sunny, like Big Mom's current condition in this arc and everything that's happened to make her go insane is all Luffy's fault. I mean, granted, the Big Mom pirates would have gone after the Straw Hats either way, but if you really look at it, if Luffy hadn't tried to do his usual grand entrance kind of shit and messed up the cake, then Big Mom probably wouldn't have become as big an issue as she is now, and they'd probably have a slightly easier time in getting away. No pun intended, mind you, but yeah, it's one of those things where if you really think about it. Luffy basically wrecking the cake, but by doing that whole grand entrance, it it was so pointless. He was. I mean, okay, it served as a distraction. I'll say that much. It served the distraction purpose well, but it just caused so much trouble. It just caused so much trouble for basically everyone involved with this whole thing. It's like, wow. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Oh, Luffy, yeah, it's funny, but looking back on this material, yeah, but it's just really funny that looking back on this material, I'm only now realizing just from how much trouble Luffy actually caused the crew in terms of their escape efforts by basically doing what he did. It's like, yeah, Luffy, in this case, I have to say, you literally caused your crew way more trouble than what was required. And while I will admit the race back to the Sunny is kind of, well, I will admit this whole race back to the Sunny thing is kind of slowing the pacing of the episodes down quite a bit. I do like how in this episode we get a legit reasoning behind Nami taking Zeus hostage other than her wanting him as a slave. Like she immediately, like what had happened was Nami pretty much immediately recognized Zeus as one of the main sources of Big Mom's power, or as Big Mom's power, and the easiest in order for her to control. So she immediately took action in order to lure him away from her, and combine the and when you combine that with the epic combo attack that both Zeus and Nami pulled in this episode, is really showcasing to me that Zeus is gonna be by Nami's side long after the crew leaves Whole Cake Island, and when that happens, he'll be one hell of an asset to Nami. Like if this episode is anything to go off of, then Nami's fighting power is going to increase tremendously from pretty much only just having Zeus on the side of the Straw Hats. And honestly, it was basically a well calculated, in a way, it was a well calculated power up, because honestly, if even after, because honestly, remember, after this whole Cake Island, they're pretty much going after Kaido. And if you're going up against someone like Kaido, you are going to need all the firepower you can fucking get. So yeah, if you're really, so yeah, Zeus is definitely a welcome addition if they're going up against Kaido. That's for sure. Like, Kaido is, again, keep saying it again and again, but Kaido is a fucking monster, and you need monster strength to go up against a fucking monster. So yeah, and of course there's this little army as well. So there's that too. And of course, like I said, the rest of the episode is padded out how you'd expect it to be. But there is one funny bit of info to take away from this, which is in that scene of the Big Mom pirates fighting the Straw Hats in the Seducing Woods. We pretty much see Carrot. In the fight with Carrot, we see Carrot pretty much fighting this guy who's pretty much on like a sheep thing. He's riding on a sheep or something like that, and I think his name was Tablet. And the funny thing about that fight, I guess, in a way, is the voice actor that they got to play. They got to play the guy who was facing Carrot. Apparently, it's the same Seiyu actor who plays Frankie, which I'm sure is something everyone already picked up on, but a funny little detail nonetheless. And I guess it would make sense that with not even a lot of the Straw Hats involved in this current arc, it would make sense that a couple of them would definitely be would definitely have some free time on their hands. So I guess the director or whatnot said, hey, this guy, hey, the voice actor for Frankie isn't doing anything for a while. Let's kind of throw him in it as a bit part. So yeah, just a funny little detail, I guess. And also, one last thing. I will admit, maybe it's just because I have a soft spot for the characters, but I really liked seeing Pedro and Jinbei fight in this episode. Like just seeing them fight using fishman karate and their swordsmanship skills. I really enjoyed that. And the dude with the pumpkin head, I say fuck you for pretty much mentioning Zeppo. Like, honestly, you deserve to get your ass handed to you. Like, you really should have known just mentioning Zeppo's name was gonna set Pedro off. Like, fuck you, man. You deserve to get diced. But yeah, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Dead Night of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.